Rufai Oseni has tried to bid President Buhari farewell in his speech. He said, "Now you are done with your administration. You will now see what many Nigerians we are facing. There were so many sycophants around the administration." And he now went further and told the incoming president to please limit sycophancy in your administration. He gave Buhari so many words. Please, let's listen to him directly.
Hey, President Muhammadu Buhari, you had your time. You are very privileged because it's a very small class of people that get a chance to run this country twice. Probably, I think, after Olusegun Obasanjo, you got your chance. You came as a military officer first, but now you're coming as a civilian. So thank God for it. This is your time, finally. But, sir, what you will leave with now would be your legacies. And please, be open to take it all in when people give their feedbacks. Because you see, there are many things you didn't see when you were in the seat of power that sycophancy will not allow you to see, which might not necessarily be your fault, but there were so many sycophants around you, as there are so many sycophants around anybody in power. And this advice goes by extension to the incoming president. Please limit sycophancy around you. But now you will see for yourself the hardship and the pain Nigerians are facing. You're not going to be covered by the walls of Aso Rock any longer. You're going to be there in your village Jawara, and you're going to see pound for pound and measure for measure what Nigerians are facing. And probably, when you see it and you introspect and you discover your own mistakes, be glad to make peace with yourself. Because after all is said and done, you will still have to make peace with yourself. So I wish you the very best as you leave office. But the last Federal Executive Council meeting is just indication of what dogs your administration. The fact that a lot of things were not done properly. There was a lot of sycophancy everywhere. Why wait this late to be able to approach all these humongous judgment debts, which we all know largely is a scam? And for further reading about judgment debt, you can go and read Reformable Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala book. She revealed the judgment debt scam, how they do it, how ministries perpetrate this judgment scam with the contractors, how they are the ones that deliberately make the government default on the payment, and they advise the contractors how to go to court, what to do in court, and they get the judgment against the government they serve. And when the money is paid, they share it. You can go and read that book, Reforming the Irreformable, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. So it's crystal clear. In the space of a month before leaving, now we have close to over $1 trillion, because if you collect this $700 billion you're asking for, plus the $800 million, plus other monies here and there, a lot of amounts of money have been frittered away. And that's an indication of how the administration was. The argument you always make is that you did infrastructure. Yes, I give you kudos for doing some. But you see, the greatest indication of how much you have done is the question of, are the lives of Nigeria better before they came in, before you came in, and now that you're leaving? The stats show that the lives of Nigerians have gone worse under your administration. And these are the feedbacks. You will make peace with yourself when you take it. And I know when we interview you, or when we get a chance to interview you many months down the line or years down the line, you too will reckon that you could have done better. It is also reflective of what happens. That's why you hear a minister has the effrontery to now be moral and sanctimonious. But when he was enjoying the government largesse, Mr. Festus Keyamo failed to realize when they gave him the position, he could have said that was not constitutional. But now he's sermonizing and writing us a sermon that is not constitutional. Like Dr. Abati says, I think he should start by also returning all the salaries he got and all the contracts he oversaw, because I'm sure he was the one that oversaw that contract of giving jobs to how many thousand people all over the country? All right?
Yes.
The Cutlass contract. Oh. He oversaw that contract. So he should as well, not have taken that contract. And this talk about, Minister of State didn't get a chance to do everything. If he wanted to be a substantive minister, he could have lobbied or just asked for it. Or maybe he's telling the new administration he wants to be a substantive minister. Maybe if they give him, that's it. But this is like peeing on our backs and telling us it's raining. So is it that a senior advocate of Nigeria supported illegality, something against the constitution, and supported a constitutional breach, and afterwards came back and said, oh, it was a constitutional breach, but I just had to take it. And I'm not complaining at all that you gave me the position, though, but it's against the law. I just want it for further jurisprudence in the future. Ha, 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 ha. Really funny indeed. After all is said and done, in the stillness of the evening, when the sun has had its day, we can hear a voice of whispering, come away, child. All of us will go back home someday. But the question is, what did we do on the way back home? President Muhammadu Buhari, happy retirement.